contactor on the contactor.
No factory OEM belt. This belt with XRC or XMR. We'll start here at the front. This is a bumper we have made. Style hose, the part number we give you. We'll get this done. Hi guys, this is Adam again with Adrenaline Cycles coming at you with a video today. Everybody's been asking about, talking about, wanting to know, is it possible, is it not possible, is it a myth? You know, all that good stuff. So what we got going on here today is this video, as you've seen by the clip there, is about the new 2022 P-Drive clutch. We got it here so you guys will get to see some close-up stuff of it. We'll talk a little bit about it. I'm no clutch expert. I will go on record as saying that. I do know a few things about clutches, but this video is to inform you of this is what it looks like, and we do know what it can do. We'll jump straight into it. We did take this clutch and stick it on a 2021 unit, brand new, and put the belt back on it and drove it around the lot here. Got up, you know, probably 20, 25 mile an hour. It does fine. So it will work, it will bolt up, it will do everything on a 2021 model. So I'm assuming it'll go all the way back to any X3 because we've had people buy new clutches and the part numbers go on. So it should work on any X3. Now that being said, it is extremely hard to get this clutch. As BRP is having supply chain issues, you can't go in and order this clutch right now. You can't order the pieces to build this clutch right now. They're going to all the units. So, you know, as much as I'd like to sell you guys one and get you on the 2022 P-Drive, it's not going to happen. So, you know, it is what it is, guys. I would say this clutch probably won't be available to order, you know, to upgrade. I would say probably late spring, early summer, and it'd probably be later than that, maybe, I don't know. But right now it is not available, and it doesn't have a date to show it's available. But back to the clutch, I talked before in some other videos of how smooth it is in engagement and how it takes out some of the clunky clunk you get from when you're engaging the clutch and then you let back off and you get back on the gas, and how you get that secondary to roll back and then catch back up. And the rollers obviously in the secondary will get that clunk. And also with this clutch, it will help eliminate some of that secondary roller clunk that you're hearing. So like I said, I've driven around a little bit and I'm trying, you know, to ease into them and get just a feel of what they're doing. And I will tell you, they are smoother engagement. Seems to, like I said, you don't get the roller noise. And it's definitely quieter than a 2021 clutch. So those are all good things. We'll look in at it here. We'll get Josh to zoom in. As you can see, there's like a cup cover here, and then behind this is a spring. We're not going to take it off and disassemble the clutch, but there's a spring in here. So later on when there's clutch kits available, this cover will come off and you'll put a different spring in. You'll see the weights are really, really wide here. And they've done away with, like on the older style clutches, this was plastic or some kind of plastic material. Now they've went full on metal. I mean, a really wide weight, and I'm assuming it's going to be really heavy because you went from 6 weights before to 3, so they're going to be double the weight as before, because you got to have that weight to, you know, be able to work the clutch properly. And with the rollers, these pins here are put into this to help keep it from trying to ever walk back out. And what BRP is calling these rollers is this is the torque roller, this bigger one, and they're separate. And this rear one's the back torque roller. So let me get a pin here, and well, I got a key. So you'll see here, so I can keep my big finger out, on this back torque roller, it rolls on this back piece right here. So it rolls back here, and it just rolls up and down when the clutch is working and engaging. The front one is separate. Like I said, I don't know if I can move it or not, but you can roll it. See, it rolls separate than the rear. I hope you can get that on film, Josh. I don't know. But this is called the torque roller. The wider one of the two is, and then it rolls on this front side. And then you'll also notice it catches just a fuzz on this back side right here too, on the flat side of the roller here. So when the clutch is under load, it's going to be riding on the outside roller, and then when you let back off, and you try to decelerate, it's going to jump back to these back rollers and then set on this one, you know. So what it's doing is it's keeping that slack, and it should help keep the grip on that belt so you don't get that big slack momentum, and then the secondary rollers you get the slack in it, and then when you tromp back on it, it's trying to grab all that slack, and it shouldn't do that with this setup. By what I've seen BRP explain in some videos, and just what I've been told by talking to a couple other guys about clutches here at the shop. So really good setup. I'm sure over time somebody will probably come out with some upgrades on these, especially, you know, we're going to test everything. You know how people are. We're going to probably, I mean, the first couple ones we'll get of these, we'll try to put the big tires on them, 35s, make sure they hold up. You know, might go 36, 37s, who knows. But we know people out there will test these clutches and put them through their paces. But right now, our initial impressions are really good. And BRP even said, you know, in videos, you guys I'm sure have seen them, the P-Drive's been in snowmobiles, been around stuff in the BRP lineup. So I'm really confident that this clutch will help out a lot of the issues BRP might have had in the past. It should hopefully help with some of the clutch heat, you know, as far as the belts and things like that. So belt longevity should be better. We're really, like I said, excited to get more miles on these things. You know, I'm still waiting on my 22. We're still trying to figure out what one of the owners wants to do, if he wants to upgrade or not. Even if he don't, we're still going to try and put him a P-Drive clutch on there once we can get the parts for him, so he can get out there and, you know, see what this thing will really do, because we know he'll test it probably harder than I will. All in all, the back sheave has the same look. I even think it had the same part number, guys, as the 2021s, but we still wanted to test fit it, make sure it worked, and didn't give any different offset on a 2021 model or 2020 model or anything like that, because you never know. I mean, it might be minute and cause it to groove a clutch sheave really bad. All in all, it's not real bad heavy. I would say it might be a fuzz lighter than, I didn't weigh them. It's probably something I should have done. It feels a fuzz lighter than the 2021 clutch, and you know, we're excited to be able to get these things out and you know, see what they'll really do. You know, it's one thing to have a new design, a new idea, but when you put it to practicality with big tires, a lot of weight on a machine, you know, you get the real, you know, idea of how good it's going to hold up. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said here, the P-Drive clutch in all its glory. If you guys have any questions or comment, you know, hit down below, leave them for us. We'll try to answer them the best we can. And as always, guys, like and subscribe to our channel, so that way we can keep bringing you videos like this. No factory OEM belt. This belt with XRC or XMR. We'll start here at the front. This is a bumper we have made. Style hose, the part number we give you. We'll get this done.